Hello everyone and welcome to my TJ Silver channel. Today I would like to talk about scrap clay, and the reason I want to talk about it is because I'd like to show you how I store it, what I use it for, and just show you that you've got so many uses of it really. So this is a piece I have here and hopefully you can see, and I will just leave that there for a little minute. Hopefully that'll work. I learnt that from Valerie, from the Unruly Housewife, that hopefully I'll get a good thumbnail. And that's really just to show you that that is a piece of plain grey clay, which has been mixed together with sort of black and grey and some other colours, I don't know. But it sort of comes out in that colour, and sometimes you look at it and think, ooh, sometimes you don't look too sure what to do with it. I love it for all sorts of things. I've used it for bead fills, I've used it for backings on pendants, for notebook covers, all sorts of stuff. So I'm just going to show you a couple of things that I tend to get my scrap clay out for first. So here goes. Okay, and as you can see, there's my piece of clay that I just showed you, and what I will do is just run it through my pasta machine just to get rid of the word scrap on it. And then I just would like to show you a couple of textures that I was very fortunate to get for Christmas. These are the core tools, and I believe you can get them from Clay Around here in the UK. I'm not too sure in the US, but I'm sure if you put core tools into Google, you'll be able to find a supplier, and they are wonderful. They really do make some lovely impressions. This one here is the Dragonfly, and it's so pretty, and there's no reason at all why you couldn't, you know, use this piece of clay as is. Because once you've micaed that, say, with some lovely blues or something like that, there's no reason why you couldn't make a couple of earrings. I mean, that would be so pretty. And this other one, which I sort of lends me to think it's like a sort of a 60s psychedelic, and it's so fun. And I really do want to make a couple of pendants or something with this one. But what I like about the scrap clay is I can really see how this texture comes out, and it really does look so good. And like I say, there's no reason why you couldn't use this piece of clay to make something. I could see a lovely pendant in there, some mica powder, you know, maybe some liquid clay afterwards with a heat gun. What a brilliant sort of pendant that would make. So yeah, there's that piece there, which I've just done, showed you there. And then this is just a smaller piece, which again, you know, if you're lucky enough like I was to get this lovely stamp made for me by Trish Miner, thank you Trish, I treasure it. And you know, you can just see how well something's going to work. Now sometimes I do find I just push my stamps a little bit like this, just so as I know that I'm getting the indentations in there. But it just gives me an idea of what something may look like before I go ahead and really, you know, but look at that, isn't that beautiful? Now again, there's no reason why you couldn't use that, cut that out, use it as a centrepiece on a notebook or a centrepiece on a small trinket box. You know, it's so pretty. Once you sort of embellish these with colour, depending on whether you use micas or acrylic paints or anything really, you know, it's just so useful. So I like to keep these bits of clay. I'll probably end up using these, and I have done. I made this little notebook cover with just really scrap clay. I haven't stuck this down yet because I'm not too sure if I want it on this particular book, but you know, this is all, apart from obviously the metal parts, made out of scrap clay. And I just found it so useful because if I finished another project or got to the end of something and had a couple of little pieces left over, then you know, I used it for this, because I was going to embellish it with some Inca buff and some mica powder. Then you know, it didn't really matter if, say, like, you know, this particular piece of clay didn't quite match the same colour as that, because you couldn't see it. So useful. And I also like to show you how I keep it. I do have this wonderful box which I have shown before, but it's just an A4 plastic box, and as you can see I've got various bits of clay in there. It will hold quite a lot of clay. I like to try and keep colours with colours if I can, just so as, you know, it gives me, I don't know, I've got pieces there that I could, you know, probably make a cane out of. But like I say, keeping the colours together is helpful. So I've got a little bit of greeny blues here. Again, could be used for backs of pendants or even the front of the pendant or earrings. I've got some here which I made, which was just sort of predominantly sort of pinks, bit of white, possibly a bit of purple in there, but that's made a really good sheet, and I could use, you know, that's going to be coming really handy. And then sometimes you get lucky and you go to run through something for your pasta machine and you end up with this, and this will be a cuff bracelet, and I will leave a link below for a wonderful cuff kit from Tiny Pandora. But yes, so I, you know, first of all it went through and I thought, and then the second time I put it through, and it was really the second time, I was amazed and I thought, oh no, I'm not getting rid of that. So yes, that will be a cuff bracelet. So I hope this was useful. Just like to say that any questions, please do leave them in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. And if you like this video, give us one of those. And if you want to, please subscribe. And just a little note to Valerie, I'm getting one of those subscribe cushions, so watch out, because I'm chasing you. I'm going to catch you up one day. Sorry, it's just a little joke between me and her. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye.